So we're in the kitchen and today I'm going to show you one of my favourite recipes to do at the start of the week. It makes food prep delicious. It gives you your 5 serves of veggies in the one meal. It's vibrant, it's full of flavour, and there's parts of it that freezes extraordinarily well, so you can cut the production time down to say 10 minutes. And 10 minutes isn't a long time to make 10 meals for the whole week. So what I've got here is some chicken breast. I'm going to make a beautiful basil pesto, and I've got a mixture of beans. I've got broad beans, peas, and regular beans all in here, and they're just frozen. They're really easy to use. They have all the nutrition in there, and we're just going to cook them up. So, first things first, I brought 2 pots to boiling point. I've got one full of chicken stock, 500 mils, and some thyme, and I'm just going to place my 3 chicken breasts in there. So I've put the chicken in and I'm just going to let them simmer for 10 to 15 minutes or until the chicken is quite firm. The next thing I need to do is get my 1.5 kilograms of mixed beans into the litre of boiling water. And they're just going to cook for about 5 minutes until you reach the texture you want. Now that we've got our beans and our chicken in our pots, we're going to make our pesto. Always start with the nuts. This goes great with cashews, but today I'm going to do something a little bit different and use almonds and walnuts. I've got about 500 grams of each. What I'm going to do is start by just placing both of those in the blender and breaking them up nice and fine before I put all the other ingredients in. Now that they're largely blitzed into bite-sized pieces, I'm just going to separate them into 2 bowls and save 1 lot for my pesto and 1 lot for my salad later. Now we're going to make the pesto, my favourite part. Put 1 part of your nuts in. I've got all this gorgeous basil, 3 bunches. And like I said, you can use any herb, make it your own. I've got the lime juice of 3 limes. I've got the rind of 3 limes. There's no waste in this kitchen. Half a cup of Parmesan cheese, 2 cloves of raw garlic, and next I'm just going to fill it up with olive oil. So we're not cooking this olive oil, so all the nutrition and all the good fats stay in there. And it is really important to have good fat in your diet. So like I said, something you can make at the start of the week, and this has a fridge life of 3 to 4 days, and you can mix it as you go, and it lasts even longer. And it's really quick, it's really easy, and it is really delicious. And now we're just going to give that a blitz. The pesto is amazing. It's vibrant, it's full of flavour. You get a bit of acidity, but that big impact of basil, and it's going to go wonderful in this salad. What I have here are little freezer containers, and they work wonders. They cost $3 for 10, and you could reuse them, so you don't have to throw them out once you fill it up. But all I'm going to do is, I'll need maybe 1 serve of my pesto here, and I've got about 4 serves, so I'm just going to spoon the other 3 into these containers, freeze them, and the next time I make this salad, I won't have to do this step. I'll only have to cook up the frozen beans and the chicken, and I'm done. So now that my beans have cooked, I've just drained them, and I've got my chicken perfectly poached here. It's nice and firm, and all I'm going to do is assemble the salad. So here we go. Start with our nuts. In goes our beautiful beans. We're going to add as much pesto as we like. If you like it a real more hit of flavour, you can add more. If you don't like as much, you don't have to put it all in. In goes a large bunch of rocket to give this a gorgeous toss. Just give it a try. If you think it needs a little bit of salt, add a little bit of salt. To serve, all I'm going to do is a big spoon of that gorgeous salad. Try not to make too much of a mess. You've got your broad beans, you've got your peas, you've got your regular beans in there. Then I'm just going to slice some chicken. It's beautiful and juicy, nice and tender. It has all the flavour from the broth. And then pop that on top, just like that. And then you can give it a squeeze of lime. And there you have it. That's my gorgeous 3-bean basil pesto and chicken salad. Makes food prep at the start of the week super easy. You can put them in tight containers with the chicken on top and they'll last 3 to 4 days easy. And you can freeze the pesto so the next time you make it, you've only got to cook the beans and you've only got to boil the chicken. Otherwise, it's super simple.